Hi, good afternoon and welcome back to my channel, So Stitch So Nat. Today is Friday the 2nd of September. Forgive me if there's any interruptions because everyone's at home, but back at school next week. So yeah, my oldest will be in his last year of school. So yeah, feels like the end of an era soon. What I've got today is I've got a bit of embroidery, diamond painting and cross stitch, of course. For those that missed my last video, I broke a bone in my foot, so I've been pretty much out of action doing things, which has left me plenty of time to stitch, organise and buy stuff, so I'll leave haul to the end. But you might see the odd piece in between. I'd like to say a warm welcome to any new subscribers, and to any returning subscribers, thank you for returning, thank you for sharing time with me. I know I don't always say that, but I am appreciative of everyone that views the video and likes and subscribes. I know there's a lot of Flosstubers out there currently, and some that haven't been active for a while but have since posted. So I was watching ScottstitchesinSpain, although I haven't bought the tag with me, so maybe next time I'll do that tag, Scott. Right, shall we move on to the stitching? I'll start with the embroidery first, because it's at hand. So this was a kit that I got for Christmas. I just wanted to have a go, and this is how far I've got. So there's a fair few different stitches in there. I haven't got that to hand at the minute. Came with full skeins of DMC, lovely kit. I'll share details once it's completed, because I can't see it taking much longer. These raindrops are all satin stitch, and then back stitch around the outside. I think this is like the wheat sheaf stitch down this one. I can't remember what the last one is. So yeah, that's nearly complete. And that's from the embroidery cart on Etsy. It's well worth it though. I think the only thing you needed was a pair of scissors essentially. So yeah, great set. Next one I've got is my Erica Michaels sampler book. So I finished out page 2 effectively, so page 1 was already complete. So this time it was B for butterfly stitch. I can't tell if you're in focus or not. And then this will form a page of the book. I did pink it up quite a bit, mainly because one of the pinks was a bit subtle on the, I think this is like a white, vintage white 32 count linen. And then the stitch itself is the little yellow butterflies, and then the word is all 1/1. In this one it was the eyelet here, it's the Iberian eyelet. Oh, itchy nose, sorry. I haven't started on C yet. Sorry if you can hear my kids downstairs, don't know what they're shouting at. So next, do this one, which is sampler 15 by 2x2 stitch art. If you see my post on Instagram, you'll know that I've reached the centre motif at about 70%. So this is Ash Rose, 32 count Murano by Zweigart, with DMC 498. So I've just chosen to outline the centre motif and then come back in and fill in. So I think I'll just sort of like keep rounding, going round, and then get to the centre. So yeah, loving this. Last time I showed this I forgot to pick it up. I'd literally stitched most of the way across here. Sorry, across here. Sat in 80 basically. So yeah, that might come under Scott's tag later or next video. It's when someone comes up to you and says, "Oh, you might finish that by the time you get seen," and you're thinking, "I hope not. I don't want to be sat here for 3 days at least." But, and I didn't have my tablet with me, so I was just doing it off the paper one. But it's, once you get into a rhythm with it, it's fairly, it repeats itself quite a lot until you get to the corners, and you've just got to watch out a little bit. Next I picked up, I say next, these are in random order, so I flitted between one project to another project. I did the whole, my eyes are getting tired, I need something easier for my eyes, and I've got a thread hanging, 2 threads hanging. So this is the embroidery for kids art, Bulbasaur. So basically this is the first line also of the song, and you make the Pokemon with the words in it. Have I got a cover photo? Yes. Oops. So that's what it looks like. And I realise that's upside down. So yeah. So I've got all 4 of those, and I plan to do them separately framed but together, so they're all on the same fabric, which is a 20 count black Ada. I know, crazy. I do find the Ada slightly easier than an even weave. Whether that's my eyes just adjusting to the colour of the fabric, I don't know, because I do, Ada is easier, just in general for me. It's when you want something that's not too, well, you'll see in a bit, because I've picked out something that's a bit like that anyway. I have made a considerable amount of progress on Meditation Garden. So that's what the finished one looks like. This is by Hicks Creates, and this is from Etsy. Loving all the attention she's getting at Expo. Yeah, well deserved. This is so big. This is on a 25 count vintage sand. I think it's vintage sand. Definitely 25 count Regana. And this is where I'm up to. So I've done a conversion on this because called for was Mrs. Ada's Silks. So I've done a mixture of DMC and Weeks. I think once this is completed I'll probably just go through it then. I have picked up a classic Colourworks actually, a pink for the cherry blossom trees. So I think I've filled in the tree, finished the maze, the path, filled in some more of the water, the duck. Yeah, I went ham on this for about 2 weeks solidly. Had fun with the path because the river was in the right place, but the maze was 1 stitch lower, so I ended up putting an extra bit in here. And I don't think you can tell. So yeah, this I think it's this pink's a bit pinker than it's meant to be. If you were doing the Miss Ada silks, and that was that pink and the pale pink was meant to be in the tree, so that's why I swapped it out. So yeah, had to order some more of this Paris green, which is coming from Patchwork Rabbit. It's not here yet. I think there was a couple of other colours I needed. But yeah, I have used quite a bit of the Paris green, but it does give a lovely effect, although I'm not sure how well it was shown on camera, because it's quite subtle. And that's a gift for my mother-in-law. Would like to get it done for Christmas. Well, I'll just put it on hold for now. And you'll see why when I get to plans. Temperature. I've not done this for a couple of days, but so this is Temperature Typography by Stitching Mummy on Etsy. I've gone with the varied colourway. It is starting to cool down a bit now, so this is where I got to. So yeah, I haven't quite finished tea. I'm on the 2nd of September, so I should have one in for September, for yes. But funnily enough, this is only just over 50%, I think. So it just shows how much stitching is in September, October, November and December. But yeah, loving it. I think I'd like to do another temperature stitch next year, actually. I know some people have decided not to, which is fine. For that, because it's on HAED, just a little bit of peace out sort of thing, and a little bit of chill out and oh, what's next sort of thing. So it's not quite the same as a mystery stitch along where you you get the part and you're like, oh, okay. You know what's coming, you just don't know what colour it's going to be, which I think I quite like. Right, I did start something new, but I'm not going to show it because it's a secret stitch. So apologies for that. It's a gorgeous pattern. It won't take long to stitch. I only spent 2 days on it, and I would say I'm almost halfway through it. So that won't take long to stitch up, but it's a gift. I don't have to on this. So yeah, in that theme of just wanting something a bit more simple, I decided to pick up Modern Folk Embroidery. Last time I showed this, I didn't have the purple. I've now since got the purple. Sorry about the hanging threads. I didn't have this purple here, so I went and finished that in, filled that in, sorry. I think most of this lot is all new. I think I'd come up here already. I hadn't put these stitches in. I haven't done the red border because my orange marker is sat right on top of where the stitch will be, because it was on a number of stitches. When I've started it one stitch up, so it's literally sitting on it. So what I'll do is I'll carry on going round and then take the orange markers out and then put the red border in. But that'll be a nice stitch again as well. These motifs they're okay, but it's not quite the same as not quite the same as just filling a block load of colour. Actually, sometimes we just all need that to switch off, but still want to keep our hands busy. I've got another project that's like that, Mary Needleworker, where I've almost finished a dress, but I haven't pulled that out. I think because it was in the evening, I just wanted an HAED. That's I want to say it's a 14 or a 16, I haven't got the sheet with me. It's a Yorkshire HAED. And that's the Modern Folk Embroidery Prize Sale 2022. Speaking of sales. My next piece I got out, I can't remember if it's before Meditation Garden or after Meditation Garden, but it's another piece I just spent quite a few days on just going for it. I think I've just started month 9. This is month 9 from last year. And this is No Planet B Cell by Clouds Factory. So number 8. Number 8 was definitely the tiger. I think it was a tiger in the stalk. I could be wrong. No, the tiger and the seal, I think it was. And this is on a Fabric Flair 28 count ocean. And this is the one where I've messed up when I started in the centre. I wasn't in the centre, so literally just got an inch or so to spare for framing. But it's the selvage edge, so it's not going to fray or anything, which is a bonus. I could have sewn some extra fabric on like I did on the meditation garden, but opted not to. So yeah, number 9's up here, and then it comes up, we've got No Planet B words written, and then that's it, it'll be done. 4 months worth of patterns left. They're a relatively easy stitch. It has got a twirl in it, which I'm getting used to, but not my favourite. I would say my least favourite is metallic thread, but I've just learned to work with short strands and you'll be fine. Although some metallic threads are better than others. I have learned that in the past as well. So the one I used for this was an old one from Stash. It was a pain. I ended up having to do 1 strand, but I needed 2 strands coverage, so going through the holes twice. Not fun. Wouldn't use it again. Don't know if I've still got it. Or did I get rid of it? I might have got rid of it, I can't remember. Sorry. Coughing fits, zips, you name it. So my next one is What Remains by Blackbird Designs. This is the one I picked up from Digital Stitches when they still had the kits, and started Emma's Love Sal. Joined in when it's not started, and they've all since finished. I'm still going. For me, this is a daylight stitch, so it tends to get picked up when I'm here. So I've made a fair bit of progress on this. Sorry for the hanging threads. My husband just turned around and said, "Oh, do you want to film your Flosstube?" I'm like, yeah, okay. So I've come down here with that, and then I've come up here, started to go across there, put that motif in, started to do that one. It's a big heart that goes here, which has got loads of satin stitch. The flowers as I've left it. I haven't done the bottom deliberately. There's a load of birds and the year there. And then they've just gotten. I know her name's Barbara Adams, but I can only see an A. So I'll change that out for my mum's initials. I'm thinking of maybe putting it down here or down here, I'm not sure yet. So I've left that for the moment, I'll come back to it. Plans to continue working round and down, and then come back to the heart, maybe get carried away with the heart. I can see me doing that before I finish the border, and then do that one. Finish that flower off, come down. Yeah. Yeah, so that's coming along nicely. And the final thing I've worked on since the last video, sorry, it's been about 4 weeks, 3 weeks, yeah. This is the one that's getting too big for the board. It's on a 28 count Fabric Flair Stone Cloud, I want to say. Cut the thing off. Oh no, yeah, Stone Cloud. Sorry, I was working on this last night. Not planning on doing a video. So yeah, I got up to month 6 and fell behind. That was it, done, gone. So released part 12 on the 21st of August. So part 12's off up here. So I'm halfway, so I'm on part 7, which is Tiger's Eye. And I've got this in Pattern Keeper as well. So the Lakeside PDFs all, I presume, all go into Pattern Keeper. And this was a big PDF, so it took a little while to import, but bear with it. I tend to pick the black and white without the back stitching lines to import. The colourways all went a bit skew-iff, so make sure to double check them before you start stitching. I knew it was wrong because that was all white, and I know that wasn't all white. So yeah, so I have pulled that out, just moving on to plans. But I called it Sal September. Darren Dizzy Stitcher was on about he didn't want to work on a sampler. It's not his thing. I wanted to work on all his sals for September. Like, me too. So I started pulling together all the sals that I've got, which I've got about, I want to say 9 or 10. If you see my Instagram post, you'll know. So we've got the Crystallise, the What Remains, or A Mother's Love Cell, oops, the No Planet B, the Modern Folk Embroidery, I'm Not Coming, which I'll have to insert a photo of, the Hello Sunshine Stitch Along, another photo. Oh, what were the other ones? Netflix and Stitch Sal, which I've just seen the release for this month, which is the 11th, and there's 12. Sex Education. I can't put that on the wall with the kids wandering around, but love the programme. So, I might have to get a bit creative with that one. There's quite a few programmes that I like that aren't on there, so I'm just looking at my phone just to double check I've got everything. Oh, Beach Bliss. I've not shown you that one yet. Oh, it's fallen underneath my feet, sorry. I'll show you that in a second. So Beach Bliss, which is actually a new start as well, so it's 2 new starts for this year, this month. This video, it's last month, technically speaking. I've not started anything new in September. The Line Which is in a Wardrobe, and Stitch Beetle with Marine. I chose the Strawberry Fields. And that is it for all the cells. So my plan is to basically work on all of them during the month of September. I think with the monthly ones, try and get a month done. With the ones that have got no sort of end date, spend a few days on them each. The Caterpillar Cross Stitch one, Hello Sunshine, it's almost a UFO, but I'll get it out. Remember how much I hate the fabric, maybe, and put it back away, but at least it'll have got touched. So the other new start was Beach Bliss Cell, which is my first HAED, but not my first full coverage. And I want to do a couple of shout outs, so my first shout out goes to Kitschywips. I can't remember, I think it was Niftystitches that recommended her, and I had, no, I think I might have seen her on Instagram, I'm not sure, but I went and watched a video and that was it, I was hooked. But this stitch on came about because I've got thread sticking out. I saw something that Danielle had posted. You saw this last time, I think I might have done one day on it, I'm not sure. I ended up restarting this. So I started up in the top with 2 strands. It was just getting too thick. So I came down to the bottom left and used 1 strand. I was much happier with 1 strand. So I've continued to do that now. The Q snap's new, and the difference between a Q snap and a non-Q snap, like the branding, Q snaps are way better. Don't waste your time getting an off-brand, buy a Q snap. Now I know why everyone raves about Q snaps, and I have a big one coming when I talk about the rest of my plans. Kitschywips got me going. So yeah, that's my progress so far. I can't remember what percentage I'm at or anything. This needle minder's from Lakeside, that's a caterpillar one. This is new as well. I'll put the name of the shop because my mind's just gone blank. Hot. She's not got a label or anything on her bag. I want to say Hot Trotters or something like that. They're a bit UK based. But yeah, it's sparkly vinyl. That's designed to fit an 8x8 Q snap. It's a bit snug. Especially when you've got that many threads to go in there. And quite a lot of these I've only sort of like pulled out the lengths that I needed based on me doing 2 strands. So there's quite a lot of bulk in there. Sorry, and that was Story Keep Beach Bliss by Amy Stewart. Let me just pull the... I might end up inserting a photo here. That's what it'll look like when it's done. And like I say, I'm selling that with Danielle. I know someone else has joined us on the hashtag. I can't remember the name, sorry. And haven't asked permission either. So, oops. Dropping everything. There's a pile behind me. Alright, so that's all the stitching. So I think last video I showed in haul that I bought a chatelaine, which is Evening in the Park, which I've since started kitting up. Because why wait, basically. And Chatelaine Wednesday is now calling my name. So I've been trying to find sort of chatelaine videos. There's definitely, I mean, people have done them and they've been within their normal Flosstubes, but not like an extra. And I decided to kit it up myself. Not sure I would recommend kitting it up yourself. So I've also joined a Facebook group and followed the hashtag Chatelaine Wednesday on Instagram. What I'm planning to do is maybe do a separate sort of, not vlog, but like videos on the chatelaine. So like once I've got all the materials, showing all the materials, sort of how I plan to stitch it. So start in the centre. The pattern is not like normal patterns, so you'll have to bear with me. I'll try and sort of demonstrate it without showing the pattern. So you get like the one square is the centre on one page, and then you'll get that the corner block as another page, so it sort of sprays out, but it doesn't actually start in the centre. But I'm definitely going to start it in the centre once I've bought the fabric, which I'm not bought the fabric yet. I'm waiting on for the rest of the materials to come. And I've ordered a few bits, like sample bits, because I didn't want to buy the massive, I think it's like, is it 100 by 140 or 70 by 100 piece that I'll need. Basically it won't fit on a 50 by 70 piece of fabric, and I was originally looking at a 28 count if I did over dye. I think if I do a Zweigart or a fabric flare I might do 32, and I don't know if anyone's actually done it on a fabric flare before, but I'm just waiting on the fabrics to come in and then I'll do a floss toss, which I could include in the video as well actually. So we shall see. They're not all here yet. Some bits coming from America. There is 1 or 2 Glorianas I've not been able to get hold of. So yeah, I just need to see where I'm going to go from there. I think once it's all in. They do give DMC substitutions, but obviously you don't get the same effect. But then where is it that I'm going to be using that floss? So I just need to have a look at it and make sure I'm happy with that. So I've not got a planned start date for that yet. I don't think I want to do it in September because I just want to get on with some of these sales that I've got already. And if I did pick anything else, it would be Meditation Garden, I think, or the Secret Stitch. So I'm going to move on to haul. That's how my voice is going. If you're not here for that, thank you for joining me. I hope to see you next time. Maybe on a normal Flosstube, maybe on a Chatelaine vlog. Not done a vlog before, could be interesting. Or is it going to be? Anyway, I'll call it something with the word Chatelaine evening in the park in it. Just so you know, and if you don't want to watch that, that's fine. If not, I'll see you on my normal Flosstube. So thank you. Right, haul. One piece of haul I forgot to show last time was a Caterpillar cross stitch box that I got, and my Cottage garden threads. I know my next ones have just been invoiced yesterday, so they'll be on their way as well, so I'll have them next video as well. Sorry. I'd completely forgotten about this, and I've also forgotten about the fact there's a biscuit in there, so this is making me hungry now. It's lunchtime here. So I've got the pattern, which is an Autumn Lane Stitchery one. I think everyone's seen this now. Which is that one. I think Yasmin's actually stitched it already. The biscuit, which just look nice. Some little magnetic, not sure what you'd call them, but they stop your fabric from getting in the way. I do use those. Some boo ribbon, and then some pom-pom trim, and a 6-inch Elblies wooden hoop, which I use these anyway, so but that one's for finishing. I'm going to show in the photo there's just plain on there. I think on Instagram, I don't know if they finished it with the bits they put in the box. So that's that. Then now this is the August Cottage garden threads. I'm not going to take them out, so that's what they look like. I finally succumbed to the Panamousse. I got this off Amazon. It's quite reasonable actually. Comes with all the threads. There is actually beads in there, which I hadn't realised, which is the lights. And then it's not quite cotton wool, but it's what it makes me think of. So yeah, I'm going to have fun stitching that. I'm quite looking forward to it. It's the first panna kit I've ever had as well. ever had in all the years. Oh, the other bag that I got with the other one is this one. Also with a sparkly vinyl and just sewing machines on the back. I can now say I can put all of my projects in either one of like the fabric bag or one of the Amazon. Oh, can't show you that. Like that style, and this is being FFO'd. Other things are calling to me that are friends, and it's not that. So yeah, that's that. I will put the details below for that. I picked up 2 pieces of fabric for an idea that I've got. Don't think I've spoken about it before, but my great aunt May was an embroiderer. And she absolutely loved yellow. I've got so much yellow that I've inherited, and I want to do something like monochromatic, so that, and that's a variegated yellow I've got there. So that is Fabric Fair Flint 16 count Ada, and I've also picked up a Zweigart Dirty 16 count, and I can't decide what should be the background at the minute, or picked a pattern. It's either going to be ink circles or 2x2 stitch out. So I need to make sure it fits, and I don't need it too big either. So one of the 2x2 stitch out I was looking at was I think it's called like the Tree of Life. You need to be careful on Etsy because there are some people that have taken the artwork. So 2x2 stitch art. I'll put a photo. So whether just to do the tree and then the first board around, maybe, or like I say, something from ink circles, which I need to have a look at and decide which one I want to do, because the 2 that I've got already, I'm not sure I want to do, or I do want to do them, but I don't want to do them for this. So you can let me know down below which one you think might work better, because I thought this was a bit browner, like goldy brown, more like that colour. I've lost the... Sorry about the glare. So yeah, not sure on that. What else? I picked up some even weave, but that was just for the... No, I showed that last time. Fabric of the Month and Thread Club for weeks for Lakeside Needlecraft. I've actually pinched a couple of DMCs. I realised I didn't have them for something. Oh, the Secret Stitch. I think I've got 1 month left on it now, which I've just paid for. So they're the threads. I'm up to F now on that. So I've not pinched any of these. And then this is all the DMCs. So the 2 that I pinched was a variegation on that. Not variegation. Numbers close to. And then that was a variegated one this month. And then the fabric was, so I get this in a 32 count even weave iridescence, and this one's called Amber. It's definitely getting blown out. It's a bit more that colour than it is the like stony beigey colour. And then this month it's like I want to say pink and blue and purple. I can't quite remember, but I've just paid for that as well. Oops. Going through my stash, I realise I've got a lot of 32, and I think I'm going to might pick up some 36 and see how I get on with that. Which I've got I'm Not Coming sales on 36 linen. See how I get on with that. I might swap on the club to a 36 non-iridescent, and see how I get on with that. And then I've just picked up some threads that I know won't come in the club, which are the variegations, and that was from more warehouse when I was picking up the fabric I wanted. That is that. It is very overcast, so I'm hoping the lighting's okay on this today. Thank you for staying with me this long. Always makes me laugh when people say that. But it's so true. I hope to see you next time. Like, subscribe, comment, if you liked it, of course. Yeah, and I'll keep you posted on the Chatelaine. I hope to come back in 2 weeks. We'll see what happens. Yeah, should be 2 weeks. Barring any more broken bones, of course. Anyway, that's another story. So yeah, sell September. If you want to join. The hashtag was already there. I don't think Darren sort of put it on his channel. So yeah, thank you. Goodbye.